Alright guys, today's the day. It's finally time to start working on the EVO. Today's been a little bit of a stressful day, I'm not going to lie to you. I had a conference that I was going to, and I took the Honda, and it was raining. And well, the S2000 doesn't have windshield wipers just yet, so that was a little bit stressful. And then once we got there, I had to leave early, I had something come up. And then on the way back, my truck started having a random issue, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna need an alternator soon, so that's gonna be fun. And then after that, we went to go drive the STI because we're like, oh, let's put the truck away, right? And then the STI, it sounded like a clunking from the front passenger wheel, and I just had the tires replaced. Turns out they didn't tighten any of the lug nuts, so I tightened all the lug nuts, drove it again, and then the clunking was still there. Looked up under the car, and the control arm bushing was like completely out of the control arm. So we limped it back home, parked it. But yeah, now I have an alternator on the truck I need to do. I have a control arm bushing I need to do. The tire guy that did take the tires off of the wheels and swap the tires from the EVO's tires to the S2000's tires, he broke 2 studs. And yeah, needless to say, I'm not going to go to him anymore. He was nice and it was convenient because he was mobile, but ever since he started having other people do his work, it hasn't been as good of a job. And well, to be frank, now I have more stuff I need to fix on the car 3 weeks before one of the biggest car shows in the state. So first thing, Monday, I'm going to order that control arm. And I'm hoping I can just go to the dealership and pick one up, so that way I can just pop it out, swap it, and then just be done for. I don't really feel like getting a bushing because I don't have a press, and I don't want to have to go borrow a press and then I have to worry about swapping a ball joint too. At that point, I'm paying almost as much as a whole new control arm with bushings and a ball joint. So that's what we're gonna do. But for today, we're just gonna try and get as much knocked out on the EVO as we can. I'm not gonna give myself a goal on this. What we're gonna start with is simple, just disassembly and tear down. I'm gonna take off the trim, I'm gonna take off the door handles, I'm gonna take off the side skirts, side skirt extensions, and then once all that's off, we're gonna heat up the garage to about, my propane heater will get this garage up to like 100 degrees. And at that point, we should be able to just peel all this wrap right off. So the goal for at least today is to have the whole thing torn apart and have the wrap taken off. If we get there in a relatively decent amount of time, the next goal is going to be starting body work. I need to do body work on the passenger side skirt. It has a crack down the middle, so I need to clean that up. I need to take off the wide body, and then there's a couple dents I want to sand down and put a little bit of filler over. And from there, if we are able to get there by tomorrow and we still have time, we'll go ahead and just start sanding down the whole car. I don't really foresee myself to be able to lay down primer or anything this week, but if I can at least get the car sanded by tomorrow, I was about to say that's the goal, but I'm trying to tell myself not to give myself a goal. One thing I am considering doing, the car's originally Phantom Black. The roof is Phantom Black, but I have just a black vinyl over it. I'm going to peel that and hope that the Phantom Black underneath is still in good shape. It was before I wrapped it, from what I remember. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the roof Phantom Black. On the fenders, right here where I have it wrapped in carbon, I'm actually going to probably paint these in Phantom Black as well. Same with the back. And then also on the center of the Varus bumper. So I'm gonna peel all this wrap and then probably paint these Phantom Black as well, just so it all matches. Some additional body work I need to do. I just noticed this here and here. So I'm gonna have to lay down some fiberglass on the back of it to reinforce it. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, and the goal is just to get the car unwrapped, get a little bit of body work done, potentially have the entire thing sanded, and then Monday morning I'm gonna go pick up a quart of Phantom Black paint. I shouldn't need much more than a quart. As long as the roof's in good shape, I shouldn't need, honestly, a pint might be enough, because those are all really small spots, and Phantom Black covers really well. But I'm wanting to do it that way simply because I don't really want to do door jams, to be completely honest with you. It's a real pain. I don't want to have to dismount the doors and then have to realign them and everything. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave the door jams phantom black, the roof phantom black, and all the black accents on the car phantom black. And then the rest of the car is gonna be black cherry pearl. If you guys saw a few videos back of that motorcycle I had, I actually sold it. I couldn't get it running, I gave up, so I sold it. I actually painted that bike the same color that we're painting the EVO. So that's gonna be the goal. So let's go and get started. Again, we're gonna go ahead and just start disassembling right now. And then once it's all disassembled, we'll heat up the garage and we'll start peeling this wrap off. Okay, we're gonna start with the door trim. These are simple. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver right there. So let's grab one of those. My garage is still a little bit of a mess. I apologize for that. We actually just cleaned it this weekend. Hard thing with when you paint cars in your garage, everything gets lost and everything gets messy, and those are all just excuses because I'm a very disorganized human being. If I was more organized, I probably wouldn't be losing stuff, but I'm not. So I need to do better at that. That's my own fault. But yeah, once you take off the little Phillips, it just slides right up, pops right out. And then what I'll do is put the Phillips back in so I don't lose it. All right, so that's the steps to take the trim off. We're gonna go ahead and do the rest. So yeah, move the tail lights. So it's these two Phillips right here. And then if you remove this, there should be, if I remember right, it's either 8mm or 10mm nuts behind here. And then the center ones will come out. So let's go ahead and pop these out. So once those are out, sometimes these taillights can be a little bit of a pain and you gotta give them a good yank. Looks like mine thankfully weren't on there super tight, so it wasn't that bad. And then you'll wanna unclip them from the back here. You see here's the clip, so we'll go ahead and unclip these guys and the taillight should come right up. And just so that way you don't lose your hardware, just put it back in the holes where it goes. That way when you go to put it back, it's all back where it needs to go. So that one's out. Let's go and get this one out. Now that the back cover's off, we can see it's just, should be 3. No, it's 2 actually. It's 2 here and then a clip here. So we'll just go ahead and put our 10mm right there and it comes right out. And don't forget to do the third brake light as well. We'll go ahead and put that guy right there. And then these last ones right here. And then once that is off, all you have to do is just unplug it and then they'll pop right out. From here, now it's time to tackle the door handles. This one's my least favorite just because they are a little bit of a pain to actually take off. If you've got to take off EVO 10 door handles, they're not really fun, but let's go and get to it. So in order to do this one, there's gonna be a torque spit right here. Don't take it all the way out or your life will be miserable. You pull it out just enough to be able to pull out the actual keyhole, and then this one will open and slide out. So yeah, that's why I say it sucks, because I've actually taken out this torque spit on accident, and I'm telling you, it's a pain to have to fish it out of there. The door handle's off except one. Yeah, apparently one of them is a different size torque spit that I don't currently own. So, but you can see we got them all off except the rear passenger. So from here, let's tackle getting these side skirt extensions off, and that should really be about it as far as for teardown goes. We gotta pull off these quick releases, and well, to be completely honest, they're not really on. So there we go. I actually need to run through and put nuts in the back of them. It's something I've been meaning to do for, well, the last 2 years since I got this car rewrapped, but never actually got around to it, so that's my bad. But yeah, we'll get that taken care of this go around. So basically from here, once these side skirts are off, and I have these on with nuts and bolts, so it'll be pretty quick and easy to get it off. Then we'll go ahead and start unwrapping. Update, I haven't touched the side skirts yet. I actually started pulling off the wide body. We went ahead and got this side out of the way. There's a lot of things I did that I'm not very proud of, like my botch cut job that I'm gonna fix. My rib nuts fell out, so I just stuck a bolt and a nut through. Same on the bumper side, so I'm gonna fix all that. Here's where I'm stuck at right now. I remember for some reason I had lost some of this hardware at some point, and I went to an Ace Hardware and just bought matching hardware, and the only size I could find were black ones of these. So yeah, apparently the type of metal that they rusted. So the second I tried to pull them out, they stripped. So yeah, we're having fun here. We're kind of going at it with the drill. I'm just letting that cool off, and it's almost I'm almost there. This one I think is basically ready to come out, and well, that one it's not. So we're letting the drill cool down. That way I can get those out. I'm gonna be ordering new hardware. I really like the Downstar hardware I got for the S2000, so I'm probably gonna just order a set of that. It's getting real stressful with, you know, having to order stuff because, well, the show's in 3 weeks and I really don't want to deal with shipping, so hopefully it'll get here in time. It should. I remember last time I ordered it, I think it took like a week to get here. So yeah, we're gonna order some new hardware for it because I don't want to deal with this ever again. I want to be able to take this kit off and put it back on if I need to. And yeah, once this side is done getting pulled, then I'll go ahead and start heating up the garage and we'll pull off the wrap. I'll worry about taking off the side skirt extensions once the wrap's off, and once we're gonna get to body work. So we're gonna leave the bumper for last, simply because over the winter, these corners, as you can see, got absolutely mangled. Like, they are not even on. So the best way, right now the wrap is what's holding it together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna lay down a bunch of fiberglass. I'm gonna take out any loose pieces like that and lay down some fiberglass right here. Let that cure and harden. And once that's hard, I'll go ahead and pull the wrap off. If I pull the wrap off now, that corner piece is just gonna fall right off. And if that does, then it's gonna make this job a little bit harder. So we'll leave the bumper for last. And then after we have the whole car unwrapped and get started on bodywork, that's when we're gonna go ahead and fix that bumper. And in the meantime, I'll probably pull all the canards off, the front lip and everything. And I need to get new hardware for that now that I think about it. But we're making progress, I guess. Whole car is basically disassembled on the driver's side. And then, well, you saw where I was at in the passenger. So basically from here, once we get that off, we'll just peel this wrap off and we'll get going on it, I guess. But pretty stoked with the amount of progress we've been making. We've only really been going at it for about an hour. So who knows? We'll see where we end up at tonight. We were able to get the rear wide body entirely and completely off. I just need to get this rear spat off. And then from here, we're pretty much good to start heating up the garage and finally taking this wrap off. I'm telling you, I've been so overwhelmed, dreading this day, but you know what? We finally made it. So yeah, that's bolt that was rusted on was not fun. Had to drill them out, and that took roughly like 15 minutes each screw. And well, we got it off, thankfully, but yeah, definitely not gonna cheap out on hardware ever again, because I don't want that to rust out on me. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my propane tank. We'll start getting this garage heated up. I'm gonna have to stop by probably AutoZone or something tomorrow to see if I can find the Torx bit that fits so I can get this door handle off, because that's the only door handle I'm missing. And if I can get that off, that'd be ideal, so that way we can, you know, pull up the wrap entirely. If not, it's not gonna be perfect. Plus we want the door handles off when we go to paint the car too. So I'm probably gonna take the back bumper off too when we go to paint it. I'm not entirely sure yet. I do gotta take that rear diffuser off, but we'll worry about that once we're ready to paint. But I mean, slowly but surely, we're making progress today. Basically, the whole car is disassembled, and in the next clip, you should see it with the wrap off. You need to unwrap a car when it's cold. I'm telling you, one of these little garage heaters, you just hook it up to a propane tank. This will get the garage up to about 100 degrees if I leave it running for approximately an hour to 2 hours. So we're gonna let this run for the next hour, maybe two. I'll come back and check on it in an hour, and it should have the entire car heated up. The entire garage, like I said, it's gonna be about 100 degrees, so that should be perfect to get this wrap pulled off. And once it's pulled off, we can start doing body work. All right, we got the garage up to just about 80 degrees, so I think we're pretty safe to go ahead and start peeling off the wrap. We ran out of propane. It's dying off. It's starting to cool back down. We got this whole recorder done though. It looks so weird seeing it back in Phantom Black. I love this color. If the paint wasn't so bad, you can see all this faded clear coat here and where they sanded it down when they wrapped it. There's bare metal there and there. If this color wasn't so bad, I'd honestly just go back to Phantom Black, but it's really expensive to buy an entire gallon of it, so I don't really want to paint it Phantom Black again. And I think the black cherry will look good. But either way, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut it here. It is currently 11 o'clock at night. We've been going at this for about 3 hours. I was hoping I could put in more time, but without heat, I can't really do much. I could go at it with the heat gun, but that just takes so long. So in the morning, I'm gonna go get 2 propane tanks. I have another garage heater so I can heat up the other side. And then we're really gonna crank up the heat in this garage and really get it up into like the 100-degree area. So that kind of cuts it for tonight, guys. We'll pick this video back up tomorrow. All right, guys, it's actually been about 2 days. So we were last filming on Sunday. It's Tuesday now, and we hit our goal. The car is fully unwrapped and sanded down and fully stripped. We got to take off the side skirts. That's really about it. But yeah, forgot to film an outro. Forgot to film an update. Just kind of went on about, I had some friends come over. We had a little bit of a barbecue. It was good. But yeah, we just got a little bit more sanding to do. There's some rough edges from where the vinyl peeled the paint that we got to fix up here, and just make sure we get rid of all the adhesive. And then the roof needs to be sanded, and then we'll off to primer. So we'll pick this back up this coming weekend, and hopefully by this coming weekend we'll have the car primered and wet sanded and ready for paint for the next weekend. But yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and comment, let me know what you think, and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. But we'll see you on the next one.